How's it going? So I just want to give you some advice that I've learned about women. I've learned a lot, honestly, and one of the best pieces of advice, best things that I've heard ever, is that women are mirrors. Women will teach you more about yourself, the things that you never knew about, where you thought that your weakness was this, but then it actually was this. And just some overall general advice that I wish I knew before I got into a serious relationship, and the mistakes that I made, and the amount of aura that I lost had I just known like not to make these mistakes from the beginning. Yeah, I'd say the main one, just the main piece of advice that I learned recently from this guy named John Zerka. I'm gonna start like farming his videos like crazy. Now, the game, masculinity, and who you are matter more, probably more than your appearance, and probably more than a lot of these things. Now, everything matters, right? Your status, your fame, how many followers you have. I'm just gonna ignore that. Just keep talking for a bit. Yeah, so all these things matter, right? But the one thing that's going to matter more is going to be the psychology that you have and the leverage that you have over this person, right? And it sounds like common sense. I'd say that the number one way to get a woman to keep coming back over and over and always wanting to get your approval, and for her never to leave you, and always wanting her to always respect you, and she'll always love you, and she'll always think about you, is you need to be the father for her. Now, it sounds weird, sounds kinky, a lot of girls are going to be like, oh, I'm not really into that. One of my exes, she wasn't really into that. But they are on a very, very unconscious level. They, no matter what kind of girl that she is, right? Whether she's into, like, I don't know, guys being submissive or whatever, no matter who the girl is, deep down they want that kind of guy who can take care of them like a father, make the same jokes her father makes, do those kind of things that only a dad would do, and show that level of maturity, and show that you have an older level of maturity. Don't dumb yourself down. Never dumb yourself down. Never start clowning yourself in front of your friends. Show who you actually are. And this made me think, right? Because inside, I'm a pretty masculine guy, but for some reason, I just didn't know how to showcase that, right? The way I would showcase it previously was just like complete silence, right? Because like, I thought the people like gesturing or making a bunch of jokes were just like idiots, right? But the truth is, like, being extroverted, being loud, being confident, and just overall showcasing who you are as a person instead of just like sitting on the sidelines is a very, very strong masculine trait. And being that loser who's always thinking, whether it be in the past or in the future, always telling her the things that you plan to do, always telling her like the struggles that you're going through, or just trying to, be her, equal, and trying to like be super, like, asking her a bunch of these questions, just showing constant submission, asking, do you love me, all this stuff, that's gonna dry her, like dry she'll become drier than the desert with that, man. It's really, really important that you understand that. If I were to say the two pieces of advice that are the most important for women, if you want to master women, is you need to be like a father to her, genuinely, and you need to never show that you love her too much. And that's probably the number one thing. Now, a woman will constantly throughout the relationship try to make it equal. And she'll always ask, why don't you love me? Why don't you love me? But the second it becomes equal, or the second where you show more love than her, and you start asking her, and you start responding to her messages in a millisecond, she's already going to be attracted to another guy who shows less interest. It's sick how it works, but that's female psychology. Now, of course, don't just not love them, right? It's a very like healthy balance that you got to have, but never show too much interest. You got to always show that you have other options and you're not 100% with her. You could give 90, right? But you can't give 100.